You gotta push it twice.
Welcome to the Foxxhole, ladies and gentlemen. This is Purple Pat. Tonight I got with me Uncle Mike and Sly Fox on my team as always. And we had a debate a while back. It was a racially charged debate between Sly Fox and my homie NOOZ, who is here again with us. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you. How y'all fellas doing?
Always. Good to talk to you again, brother. So we got this first topic we were talking about on the pregame, kind of the shooting in Florida, where the woman, I guess, was being hounded by this guy for a phone number or something like that. She pulled a gun on him, shot him, killed him. It's a sad state when things like that have to happen, but I was only made aware of this video today because I just wasn't checking for it. I think that man had multiple times he could have got the fuck up, went in his car and gone home and wouldn't have got shot. Now, this is where Sly comes in. And NooZ, I want to hear your opinion on this as well. I'm going to hear Sly. I'm going to hear NooZ first, and then I'm going to get to Sly.
Okay, appreciate it. So my opinion on that would be, I'm not a fan of all that, yo, you got to move because somebody tells you to move that don't have no authority over you, right? So to me, if somebody says, hey, just leave, I can, but I don't have to. There's no reason for you to, you know what I mean? You have no authority over me, basically. So
I agree.
I'm against all that, yo, you should have just left stuff. But at the same time, you got other people like that say, hey, your main goal is to make it home. You know what I mean? But I think, you know what I mean? So I do understand both sides, but I'm more of the side of, nigga, who is you talking to? I'm not going anywhere until I'm ready to go. So I am on that side, but I do see both sides. As far as upping the pistol on somebody, when it comes to, from what we understanding is that, like you said, he was trying to hit on her. If it's like he's grabbing her chest and pinching her booty or something like that, then I could understand the pistol being up. But me and Sly was talking about earlier, something with black people where we gotta react to everything that disrespectful a certain way. It's like, yo, you just can't let some stuff slide. You know what I mean? You just can't get in your car, babe, and drive off. You feel me? But go ahead. That's all I got on that. I really don't have much on that outside of what side I'd be on.
All right. Sorry. You said Sly. You said Sly next. Yep. Sorry. I was like,
Okay. So fucking having actually have had a gun pulled on me in a parking lot over some like parking lot bullshit. I think it's fucking hilarious, bro. Because it's like, you're gonna go to that measure over something as small as a parking spot.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Why you pull it in the first fucking place? You know what I'm saying? Like, as an avid gun carrier, I'm not gonna pull my gun over a parking spot. That's petty as fuck for no fucking reason. And the same thing goes with like being concealed carry in the first place. Like, you've got rules you're supposed to follow. You're not supposed to get into altercations. You're supposed to de-escalate. You're supposed to, if you can't de-escalate the situation, you have to remove yourself from the situation because of the fact you've already won. In any argument, you've already won. You're the one with the gun. You won every possible outcome. You already won. So what's there to argue about? You walk away and let them fucking think that they won. I know that I fucking won this argument. I got a gun. You don't. For all I know, maybe you do too. But still, the fact of being the aggressor in the situation and then pulling a gun to I had this argument in the comment section earlier today with this lady, and she's like, well, she feared for her life and and whatever. I was like, oh, so she feared for her life from a situation that she created and escalated by pulling her gun out, but taking responsibility for her actions is not something that is a womanly trait. You know what I'm saying? Being accountable for your actions is not a womanly trait in most cases. And
So
I feel like that's a lot of what it is here. She starts an argument, and then instead of being accountable, I'm like, all right, well, you know what, fuck you, motherfucker, and then leaves. Well, she's gonna double down and stick to it. You know what I'm saying?
but that logic has to work both ways, though. If it becomes her responsibility to put the gun down and go home, it's also on him to say, this is not worth my time. This is not worth this altercation. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. This lady's fucking crazy.
Well, see, and that was the thing. Like, I had been having been put in that position myself already at one point. Like, I
I've
could
had
have
guns
had the
pulled on me
option
too,
to
though.
shoot.
I've had guns pulled
Right,
on me
I had
too,
the
though.
option to shoot back. I had the option to shoot back for sure, but like, you have to like, it's a measured and weighed risk. You know, are you
Yeah.
gonna be faithful in your training and that you're gonna come out on top? You know, or it's like, is it really fucking worth it? Because like my shit was over nothing. Like the dude almost hit me in the parking lot, and I flipped him off. And what did he do? He fucking doubled back around and started shit, you know, and hopped out with a gun. Like, fuck you, bro. Like, go fuck yourself. You know, I grabbed my shit from under the seat, and now it's a standoff. You know, like, but that's the principle of the thing. Like,
Yeah.
you can't let shit go. People can't let shit go, and we're coming to a head. And yeah, it's her right to carry that firearm, and we still don't know if she legally had a CCL or what the deal is with that. But and Florida being a stand your ground state, that has nothing to do with it because of the fact of you still can't pull your gun out in an argument, and in an unarmed argument on top of it.
Isn't Florida a constitutional carry state?
Texas, Indiana, Florida. I'm gonna look that up to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
the only places that I know
though,
for
like,
sure is Texas, West Virginia, and Kentucky.
And us, Indiana.
Okay, in Indiana. But still, yet, like, if you pull that smoke wagon, like for anything,
you better go to work.
Even if you're at like you're pumping gas and you're like, oh fuck, do I got one in the pipe?
Oh, dude, half the
If a cop were to see you do that, you would get in trouble for brandishing.
Yeah, half the country has constitutional carry now.
Okay, see,
so, yeah, Florida's one of them.
Okay,
but that
it
like
just makes sense.
Though, that doesn't mean you can brandish. It doesn't mean you
right.
can
Well,
brandish your gun.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like around here, like if a cop sees you just like pulling it out and like, oh fuck, I got something on it, and wiping it off, like they're gonna stop and talk to you and be like, why do you have that? Why do you have that out? Oh,
put it away. Give me your license.
Yeah. You just, I was just looking at it. Can I see yours?
So there was talk earlier too. Some people talking about it being like a completely manufactured and another psyop, which I don't know, man. In these days, with the fact that we have central casting and it's been acknowledged that to be a thing, like a real thing. Half the stuff you gotta admit is a little too coincidental, and some of the camera work is a little too, on point in some of these cases to be a normal thing.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say so much of like the camera work for it. The only reason why I would suspect it could be another fucking psyop is because things are cooling down right now from the Carmelo thingy. That's it.
Well, there was no one to refute that. I mean, when it got to court and things like that, I mean, there was not a single person to refute, the story that everybody knew.
Right. But
yeah, but you forget about the Facebook detectives. The Facebook detectives are always right.
They are. They do their job. I know.
Well, we're going to touch on something about the Facebook detectives later on because it's too soon to bring up the lapel mic thing right now.
Oh yeah, it is a little too soon for that. Yeah, no, that's a little bit. Yeah, give me a couple more drinks and we'll fucking get there.
I tell you what, dude. I pulled the steak out. I got it resting with some salt on top. When it's time, I'll let you throw that motherfucker on the fire.
Oh yeah. By the way, NooZ is dropping out back and forth. He's having some really bad technical difficulties with his connection, so we're hoping he wasn't able to make it to the
technical issues.
I know he wasn't able to make it home in time to actually get to his studio, so we're doing the best we can with him right now.
See, Molly says that I prefer to roll than to shoot. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, if I can. I'd be pissed off, right? Sure, but I'm going home. Like to NooZ's point that he made earlier, man. And this is what I was wanting to say. I just got a little too excited about it, cut Sly off. But you know, if you're packing, it is your responsibility to be responsible with it, and all sides need to go home, regardless of who's in the wrong, who's in the right.
I 100% agree with you guys on that. It's up to the person holding the gun.
The whole thing was just it's fucking stupid. It's stupid people. It's stupid people with nothing else better to do, and I guarantee it, both parties are just fucking miserable with life. Yep. I mean, you're living in Florida. Everybody's complaining about the heat right now. I wonder what it fucking feels like down there. So tempers are already kind of up. You know, everybody's already agitated. Plus, it's the holidays. Come on, man.
There was also a full moon a couple days ago when that happened.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just a conflagration of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you know, NooZ is like, I want to go home. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. Everybody does. And look, man, because
that's where I'm coming from as well.
Everybody gets to fucking go home. Nobody went home that fucking day.
But that's where I'm coming from as well. Like I have been in that situation before, not with some woman or whatever, but I've had guns pulled on me. And my thing is, I can't do anything about this right now. To, you know, if this was some kind of violent thing that happens, I can't do anything about this. So what can I do to leave this situation? Usually just say, all right, bitch, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's his responsibility too, to go home.
Yeah. That's
like, I don't feel sorry for him that he got shot. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sucks that
my man
probably got took off.
You're good, Bob.
No way too, but yeah.
Do you think that a full moon in Florida is worth like 4 times its potency?
It affects the Florida man.
Well, given the fact
his
that
highest power.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say something to that. Florida's a peninsula state. It's surrounded by fucking water. The moon directly affects water, which I think that's one reason why it fucks with people so much. But yeah, I mean, what's an area on the same like line as Florida? Say like Baja California, right? That's like, can you draw a straight line between the two? Does the shit kick off weird at anywhere else that's surrounded by water, or is it just Florida?
I haven't done.
No, you've got the Mediterranean and like the northern Africa coast.
Well, shit's been kicking in the Mediterranean for a little bit now. So
right.
Yeah, it's probably 4,000 years.
I don't know.
Cosmic blink of the eye.
Audio issues, but
say what, Bob?
We hear you.
I don't know if it's already been asked because I was having audio issues, but I wanted to ask when she pulls the pistol out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the man knows she means business, right? At this point,
correct.
And since if you do that and somebody keeps approaching you, what is that?
I mean, like they said, I kind of agree with them in an instance where it's kind of your responsibility to maybe get in your car, hold him at pistol, get out of there. But at the same time, that's clearly the definition of fuck around and find out. Is it not?
He also put his hands up, though. He's clearly unarmed.
I don't care. Leave her alone, dude. Leave her the fuck alone. You know, what is he doing?
She already won. You've got the gun. Get in your car. He can't harm you. You have a gun.
And
clearly, he was not going to harm you.
If he can't harm her, and if he can't do anything about the situation, then it's also on him to go home.
Right.
Right.
That's the whole thing, though. Everybody has to be fucking right. She couldn't be accountable for her actions, and he obviously had the hell bent on getting that parking spot.
So here's the takeaway: mind your own fucking business and go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that sums it up. It does. I mean, like I said, I view it as my job to get home, so I'm gonna go home.
Do you think?
Bitch, I'm leaving.
Do you think how many people do you think have gotten shot being like shopping cart nerds? You know, like the hall monitors of the parking lot being like, excuse me, you didn't put your card away.
Well, I mean, thinking down people that got shot that didn't have.
Is it so hard to put your card away though?
No, it's not. It's not. I do it every time.
No, it's not. But
The matter of fact, the only time that I don't is when I go to Aldi and my quarter's still in there, and I'm like, "Hey, guy, you're walking in. Got your back like a butt crack. There you go. Keep your fucking quarter, homie." Yeah.
Wait, you have to pay for your carts at Aldi's?
Yeah,
Have you never been to an
man.
Aldi?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't grab a cart.
Oh.
Yeah, you push.
Well,
the
yeah, if
in
you go to
and
grab a cart,
unchains
they're all
them
like daisy chained together, and you got to drop a quarter in a slot, and it locks it, and you get your quarter back when you return your cart and lock it back. It pops
I
up.
guess that's not bad. It's just a quarter, but still, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's I'm slightly off topic, but I'll
how,
bring it to.
how do you do that here?
I don't know. I don't.
All Aldi's do that.
much.
They all do. So the funny thing, Aldi is like the most 21st century fucking store there is. Their employees can sit down while they work. Nobody gives a fuck if you're sitting down at the cash register, which is awesome. They have 4 lanes now, which is like all just automated. So you basically do your own shit. They've got the bags and boxes that you can take instead of having, grocery bags and shit, which is awesome. They're reducing their own fucking waste by having you take it. My cats love that shit. So that's another plus. And then the whole cart thing. Who needs a cart return when you want your quarterback, don't you? You're going to put that cart right back where it's supposed to go every fucking time.
Quarter.
They're fucking genius,
I don't give a damn
bro.
about my quarter. Genius. I don't give a fuck about a quarter.
Most people do that.
I mean, yeah.
1 quarter?
One quarter, 25.
I know it adds up, and I'm bad at that kind of shit sometimes, but still, I might. I'm returning the card anyway.
Okay, this is why the Aldi cart is like the ultimate litmus test, because it's like, are you really going to be that savage to where you're going to leave your cart and your quarter wherever the fuck you decide to leave it instead of putting it back?
No, I'd probably just return the cart and forget to get the quarter.
That's fine, but you still put the cart back. Is my point.
Well, I put carts back anyway.
Put the cart back.
Yeah.
Right, but
you're
still following my point though.
The quarter is like, initiative to bring the cart back for people who don't usually do that. And yeah, there are people that are just like, fuck that quarter, and they leave their cart, parked halfway up on the curb and shit. But yeah, the whole point of it though is Aldi is superior in that direction. And I'm sorry, my shopping cart hall monitor brought the topic tonight to Aldi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great subtopic. Next topic is Charlie Kirk. We just got to cover it real quick. We got to get this thing out of the way. This whole microphone.
It's not going to be real quick. It's not.
It has to be quick because there's no other way to do this. It was a microphone, not an explosive device. We're done.
There's a lot more to talk about.
Oh shit! Go ahead.
So I understand the reason why all these fucking people, because my phone keeps listening to me, and every time people talk about the shit we talked about it at work, I get these videos in my reels, right? And I've watched the videos that people talk about. Oh, this is definitively proof that it was this, that, and the third, whatever. Okay, I'm not going to argue that some kind of projectile hit his fucking throat, but 1,000%, it was not a microphone sitting here right fucking here that came in this side of his neck and blow out the back of his fucking shit that way. It's not gonna happen. It's retarded.
We saw a spine
Anybody
jump.
that says says that was a microphone is a retard. What it really was a second shooter. We had a JFK situation here. We had 2 shooters, and I bet you that kid probably wasn't even on the fucking roof in the first place.
Wait.
Maybe
2 shooters. So where did the first bullet hit?
There doesn't need to be multiple shots for there to be 2 shooters. One person could have taken the shot. He's just a fucking patsy. Yeah, shooter. He was.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. There's 2 people. Because
I think that kid on the roof was given a defective fucking rifle, and when that shot popped off and Charlie went down, he just dropped everything and went straight to his escape route
because they didn't want to leave it to chance.
Yeah, sure.
So perfect example, the Trump assassination in Pennsylvania, an amateur is going to take several shots. Okay, a professional takes 1. This was a 1 shot to the throat, fucking done and done. You know what I'm saying? If this kid who's never shot a gun in his life, essentially, is using an out-of-dated fucking rifle from World War I, He's gonna take
that's the
one
stupid part.
well precise shot and then fucking no. He would have been fucking dumping to try to fucking, and he would have aimed for the chest. He wouldn't have been in his throat. You know what I mean?
Anyone who's ever shot a deer with 30-6 with a lot of questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you also have to. But you also have to realize that it went straight. The angle that it went in, and this, if you look at an anatomy book, through the neck, into the spinal column, into the shoulder, into where all these thick ass bones meet, bro. Like it literally got lodged in his spinal column. It's not unheard of. It happens.
And that's why he jumped. That's why he jumped. Right. That was a shock to the nervous system.
When you watch him, his arms twitch like that, and he drops the mic, that immediately he's dead, bro. Instantly to the fucking spinal column. Like, I don't understand why people don't. They're more interested in the bloodshot of him being hit in the neck than they are what actually happened after the fact. Because if you watch it, you can watch the lights go out, like literally in the nervous system. You watch the Fuck you, Jeremy Latimer.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't. You couldn't put something in a lab mic that would create that much energy jumping out his back. It would be an explosion. Well, that too, but I'm just saying. I mean, you saw the bullet go in right here. So
here's the thing that's going to destroy. Here's what destroys the fucking lapel mic. And Jeremy, I hope you're fucking listening, dude.
Yeah, Jeremy.
This is a dude that got used to wearing a lapel mic everywhere he fucking went, right?
Yeah.
A normal lapel mic is not going to be able to withstand to case the force from a fucking bullet. It's plastic. It's glued plastic.
There's no bowl.
He's gonna know it's heavy,
right?
There's no barrel. There's nothing to channel the energy.
Make it tolerances that to where it just has this little bullet hanging in there, and it still does its fucking job. Well, it's gonna weigh more than this fucking Zippo, and they clip it to a shirt. It's gonna sag the fuck down. You can look in the video while he's talking, leading up to that lapel mic is not dragging his shirt down. There's no fucking way. And not only on top of that, recoiled, right? We're all familiar with that, ain't we? If that thing shot a fucking bullet, it would have went boom.
Let's get you want to see if Phil Rain wants to come on and talk about this?
Scientist
Phil,
here.
You know what? Fuck that. Yeah, Phil, let's do this.
Hey, Phil, you want to come on?
We had on with the Libertarians.
No, I know. Do you want to come on, Phil? You just let me know. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, Phil, let's do this.
Anyways, let's carry on for now.
Anyways, yeah.
All right.
So no, and then not only that, you would also see burn marks, and his shirt would be fucking burned, and you know what I'm saying?
Like never went away.
Evidence of it.
Well, not only that,
it flew off his shirt.
Oh, did it fly off his
shirt? Off his shirt.
Right,
yeah, it flew off his shirt.
1 second, Phil.
Phil's coming on. Hell yeah!
This is the argument that we want from Sly. All right, let me see if I can find the guy.
While we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there, and a lot of people disagree with me. I think he was shot with a 22.
Phil, send me a message, Pat Taylor on Facebook.
I think he was shot with a drone.
Oh, he was shot with something high power. His spine wouldn't have jumped like that.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
You think it would have jumped from like a 22 or like something like that?
Yeah, you goddamn right I do. Yeah.
As long as it hits that nerve, bro. Like it literally lodged in his spine.
No. I'm talking about when you saw his spine literally jump out like his shirt, like it was like boom.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm close enough to you, and I hit you with a 22 hollow point, not even a fucking full jacket, it's gonna expand right when it touches material. Is the reason why so much fucking blood came out, right? Second, if it lodges in his fucking neck, it will keep traveling through a disc, right? If it hit the fucking disc, it can go straight to the fucking spinal column.
Yeah, but like Kurt said in this, like it went through a bunch of bones and muscle. It wasn't just one bone.
Did it?
Yeah, it would. The angle that it went down at was about here. So you're going through the neck, and you're going through the spinal column and the collarbone. Once you get through that neck material, you're getting straight to the collarbone where that meets the spinal cord.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like he said, the guy in the comments says 5.7 at close range might do that.
5.7 would have had an exit.
Well, you could go with
5.57 would have
too.
exited.
That's a spicy boy.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That would have gone all the way through.
Well, I'm trying to message Phil Rain here, and I can't.
So
Well, that's why I think
I like to
that's
see
why I
that
think it was something fat.
our boy
I don't know.
Dirty Dan tends to agree with me. I might be a little presumptuous here, but
Oh, I got it.
So
Yeah.
all right, I'll meet you halfway at 22 from a drone.
All right, Phil's gonna come on. A
Copy.
22 from a drone.
I'm just talking shit. I'm not being genuine.
Okay.
it would have to be a 22 mag from a drone, and it would have to have larger than an 8-inch barrel. That would be noticeable.
Well, because
People would report that.
I was listening to the audio a little bit earlier, and like people were like, "Oh, it doesn't sound like a 308. It doesn't sound like a 30-06." Okay, but you also have to realize that where they were was a divot, and it was surrounded by like a concave fucking pattern. So like you're gonna get a reverberation that sounds off to what a normal gunshot sounds like. If you ever shot a gun in an urban area, you know what I mean by the reverberation and how it sounds.
Yeah, it doesn't go pow, it goes pa.
Well, no, it's loud.
Yeah.
It sounds deeper and heavier than it is usually.
But if you're far away, if you're far enough away from it, which is what Sly was saying, you'll hear like that second crack.
Yeah.
From
And
that
that's
echo.
what you hear in that footage. And that's what you
Yeah,
hear
the
in that
less
footage.
powerful track. Welcome back, Phil.
What's
Hey,
going on?
Phil.
What's going on?
Nothing much. Sly specifically wanted to bring this up tonight, so you are his opposite right now. And we are going to let you guys solve this. I am on team. There's no fucking way a lapel mic did that to him.
So I actually don't have an opinion if it is or if it isn't, but I keep hearing people being like it's impossible, and I'm like I don't see it being impossible, and I'll give the reasons why. Everybody, you know, some of the arguments that I get would be, you know, that there was no sort of recoil. But anybody who's ever used a really good brake on their rifle knows that you can mitigate recoil and redirect energy from expanding gases in different directions, right? And so you see the shirt kind of bounce up or whatever outside of it. That could be a byproduct of a redirected gases from the lapel mic. Not to mention,
what does Occam's razor say?
I mean, I don't know. I don't believe it was a 30-06 that hit him in the neck. I've seen deer get hit in the neck and the spinal column, in the shoulder, and it blows right the fuck through both sides of the body and comes out the other side. So like if it went into his neck and the angle that they said it did, there should be a fucking exit wound. There should be like bone material behind him. And so like, you know, what it was, you know, that whole lockup that you see happen, that can happen anytime you get a shock wave to the brainstem at all. So like, you know, it could be that
fighters.
Yeah, so you could literally get, you know, punched and that'll happen. So like if there was another smaller bullet or an explosion nearby, you also would lock up in the same way. So like I said, I don't really have a case in the fight, but the argument that like the physics of it are impossible, I'm like, no, that you can make a shape charge small enough in a lapel where you're going to have an explosion with a shape charge that's going to direct a very small projectile.
Okay, but let's keep this in mind though. This wasn't on his lapel. It was fucking here. All right, it was on his chest by his titty.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever it did, you would have to make the argument that it went through his, like, into his chest and out of his neck. That what you actually see is not an entry wound on his neck, but an exit wound, where it basically would have
gone in here
and out this way.
But how would that work? So here's my straw here. Right? His mic was angled like that. So even if we are saying it went in and then that's the exit wound, it wouldn't have gone out that angle.
Well, it was
they would have been
hanging
better
off.
off just blowing his chest off. You know what I mean?
Well, it was hanging off. If you actually look at it, it looks like it's like a very heavily weighted lapel, and it is pulling down. And so you wouldn't know where they directed the shape charge, because it wouldn't be like a gun. It wouldn't be like a barrel of a gun. A shape charge is just an explosive, and you can basically put the direction anywhere from it. In the same way, they got into, like, they were destroying our Humvees and stuff in Afghanistan and Iraq.
They'd make a shape charge that would not blow directly towards the guy's heart. Would blow.
You would think if that was your goal. Like I said, the physics of it saying it's impossible, and the recoil is where I go, I don't believe that it's entirely impossible that would be the case.
Yeah, because I see.
Do I think it is?
I don't see plausible.
No. I agree. I agree with you that I also don't think it's plausible, but the physics arguments that I hear are usually
what kind of okay, all right. So my wheels have been turning here. As soon as you said shape charge, I completely redirected my thought processes from this could be the reason why he didn't have powder burn. What size battery did that lapel mic take?
Shit, probably a 2032.
The same size as like my optics.
All right, so could
Or it
that
was
battery
rechargeable.
produce enough of a shock to set
Yes.
off plastic?
You can spark plastic off that. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, you could
Okay.
easily do that.
You could have a
All right.
triggered, primary detonation first, and then it go to a secondary explosive that has the majority of the power. So like,
Well, you do see like people handing shit off in the background. That one dude gets on his phone and like disappears. It could have been done by remote, but again, well, I mean, he also did put an awful lot of fucking trust in his security team.
So here's a prime example, and we all remember the pagers, right? That Israel gave to Hamas leaders and terrorist leaders in the region. Okay, so all they did was fill them with plastic explosives. That's it. There's no artistry about it. And then whoever had it near them or in their pocket or in their chest pocket, whatever, they either lost their nuts or they ended up getting chest, blown open, what have you. Some kids lost their fucking hands over it, whatever. So if we have which a lot of us think, me included, that Israel murdered them. So if you have a government that we already know can use these electronics for explosives and what have you, they were very crude. They never used the shape charges for them, right? Now, if you're going to use that lapel mic to cause an explosion, they would have just had enough C4 in there to open his fucking chest. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
They would have had an ounce or two in there, and then that's all you fucking need. Because literally, once it's sitting here on your chest, and your chest is not blown to pieces, there's no saving you. There's no amount of medical first aid that can do that.
That's why it had to have been. That's okay. So that's why it would have to be a gunshot, because everybody already knows about the exploding pagers. If Charlie Kirk gets taken with an exploding lapel mic and it just splays his fucking rib cage open, then
you would have to be purposely saying we're going to use this device and some sort of method to kill him that does not look like these other attacks that were done.
Right.
But like again, I still don't find it very well. If you wanted to make a statement, then you would do something that would be not like, oh, he just died of a poisoning. Yeah. So like, but even like I said, I don't know. I find the 30-06 argument extremely lacking. From like I said,
So he got shot with a 5.56. Then I mean, period. It was a bullet wound. Is the point? It doesn't need to be in 30-06. I think what the part is that is the direct misinformation is the fact that we only have the 30-06 rifle. Metallurgically, they weren't able to match the bullet to the rifle because of the fact it was so fucking mangled. They can't even tell that's a 30-06 round. So given the fact that it was so mangled after the fact because it hit him in the fucking bones, for all we know, it could have been a 5.56 and a sabot. You guys have all seen Shooter, right? You know how they do paper patching. Come on, we know how this shit works. We've seen it happen. So I think that even if it wasn't a 308, we had a second shooter. Because again, like I said, professionals take one shot. An amateur is going to keep shooting until they fucking get him.
Well, unless they get lucky on that first shot,
It was a 22.
I mean that like somebody like I think literally any one of us at that distance with that rifle, we would be able to make that shot. Like, let's just be honest.
That's what I was thinking too.
It is not a hard shot to make.
If the rifle's set up.
Yes, and it wasn't taken apart with a screwdriver, quote unquote, before and after, put back on, and all of that. Yeah,
all of that was bullshit.
So I don't believe the official narrative. I don't necessarily believe this pager or style narrative either. But the argument that like you couldn't make something like that happen with a device, I also find that lacking. I think like the physics of it, you could make it happen if you wanted to make that very specific thing happen.
If you had,
but you would go through a lot of work to do it.
Yeah, if you
even
by chance, dude.
Well, there would where you enter and exit would be chance for sure. If you had it even with a shape charge.
It with C4, just it's on his chest. Just fill it with C4 and boom. Even shape charge, right.
It wouldn't even need to be a shape.
Liquid copper right through the heart.
Well, it wouldn't even need to be a shape charge. The concussion would stop his heart.
For sure, it would stop his heart. It would also likely affect his brainstem.
So,
but
if they wanted to do it that way, they could have done it that way.
Yeah, I mean, like
the only thing is the optics of shooting him in the throat, and then because he was so outspoken, and now you have the optics of him getting a vocal guy like that getting shot in the throat in front of everybody.
Yeah,
that
stopping
optics
speech.
alone, literally stopping him mid-sentence.
you also could make a kind of a crazy argument that if it was staged to look like he got shot in his bulletproof vest and it just went wrong, like, hey, we have this little exploding thing here that's supposed to basically hit your, make your vest look like it popped, you got shot, and then you survived, and then you get to blame it on some boogeyman, but oh shit, it didn't go well. Like, who knows?
He also wasn't wearing a vest that day.
No, he was wearing a vest.
I didn't see it in the fucking thing. It didn't look like it to me.
I'm like 99% sure he was wearing a vest that day.
He didn't look like he had a vest on. That was just a white t-shirt.
And even the vest that he would have been wearing, because of how thick they are, it wouldn't have been anything that could survive the rifle. If anything, he's been wearing like level 2 soft armor. You know what I mean?
Oh, it said he refused to wear it that day. You guys are right. He refused to wear it that day, supposedly.
One second. Hey, Mike, we can hear your fan like crazy.
It's hot as a motherfucker, man. You got to forgive it.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, that like my only point was that like the physics of getting a device to do something similar to that is not it's not out of the question. And all of the arguments made against it are not out of the question. That's all I came to say is that if you wanted to make that happen, it could.
I will agree with that statement. Plausible, or possible, but not plausible.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
I find it funny how Phil said like it's a free throw. Oh, we can all make that shot. That's
well,
that's a 15-foot. That's a pull-up jump shot.
I mean, you gotta know what you're doing.
If the rifle is sighted correctly, any of us could get behind that rifle and probably make a body shot.
If you give me 10 minutes, NooZ, and I could teach you how to make that shot in literally less than 10 minutes, it is not fucking hard to do.
But that's all assuming that this kid knew how to set up a rifle. He knew what he was doing. He had good trigger discipline and all the things you need to be a shooter. Like,
yeah.
And from what I've seen about this kid, he's just some fucking weird nerd. Never shotgun.
I'm sitting right here, man. I'm also a weird nerd.
Oh, I'm a nerd too,
I can
brother,
fucking shoot, man. All right.
I can shoot. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Do you remember the text messages that they released between him and his whatever trans girlfriend, whatever the fuck? The conversations were literally like AI, like my love, I did this and then I did that and then now I'm sorry and whatever, and like, oh well, are you sure you did this and that? And won't your grandpa be mad? And like, it is the most like one person writing both lines. It's the most one-sided thing, obnoxious thing I've ever fucking read. It was terrible.
Have you heard the theory about what did that?
Bad fan fiction. Huh?
It reminded me of that To Catch a Predator back in the day when they had the mark texting the person.
Yeah. Well, my theory
is why that happened, though? Why it sounded like that? If you wrote in the AI, like, there's something like, write this as if you're in your 20s, and like the AI thought of it as it was in the 1920s, and that's why it's written like old timey.
It's possible.
That's literally one of the theories about why it sounds like that.
But then it's also like, they were dweebs, like Reddit mod level fucking dorks. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did actually talk that way to each other. But no, the cadence of it it sounded like one voice. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get a bad writer and each one of their characters basically says the same shit in the same tone versus like having an individual voice between them. That's what that sounded like. To me, that sounded like the one voice was writing the response and the question versus the different cadence between if somebody's texting. You know what I mean? Everybody types differently. Everybody says different words. But it looked like, if not one author, then it was AI. One of the two, which would still be one author. But, I digress.
It's writing your name with your left hand to try to fool somebody.
Right.
All right, y'all. But that's all I wanted to come on and say. I don't have a stake in it, but yeah, you got it right, Pat. Possible, but I also believe it's not plausible. But have a good night.
We appreciate you.
Right. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
That was dope.
All right. Yeah, it was nice to have Phil on for a minute because he was talking some shit.
Nice. Yeah, Phil's a good guy. I like Phil.
Yep.
All right, what do we got next, Pat? We're done with Charlie Kirk.
Did anybody oppose that maybe he maybe it was a suicide attempt? Maybe he wanted to be a martyr and set his own self up to be out of there?
No,
he was too much of a family man.
Yeah, way too much.
That was a fake family, right?
Yeah, it was a fake family. Considering everything about Charlie,
he was a real Christian, and that's
she wasn't though, and she's part of the industry, and she's
part of the. I'm pretty sure 90% of the people that off themselves are Christians. I'm willing to
You
put
have to
90%.
provide some stats with that.
Full circle.
Yeah, I'm just
buddy.
throwing that out there. I would say a high number of suicide attempts are Christian.
I would say the opposite, because in Christianity, one of the unforgivable sins is suicide, because you can't ask for forgiveness for something when you're dead.
No,
Yeah, but if you're baptized a Christian
a lot of
at
sins that
birth,
people say, hey,
you're still a
Plus,
Christian,
the
right?
value of life in general. Like, I don't know. Like I said, we'd have to look at some stats for that and see if they even make stats for that.
I know, right? It's a weird thing to Google.
That would be a weird thing to Google for sure. Oh,
I think Erica Kirk is an asset. I think she was definitely put in his life to take control of Turning Point.
yeah, but did you see she worked for Jeffrey Epstein way back in the day?
I didn't say she worked for Epstein. She worked for she
worked
was
for one
part
of
of the
his
same
subsidiaries.
modeling agencies. She was part of one of the modeling agencies that Maxwell worked with. And I shouldn't say worked with so much as was around a lot of. But yeah, she's not. I think she's an asset. I don't think she's because and this is one thing that I think it was Cat Williams that was talking about it too. How if you start to become successful on your own as like a black man, whatever, they will send you a white wife, or you'll get a white woman out of nowhere. She does this and the third. She wants the best for you, whatever. But she's there to control you, because then the second you fucking do something wrong, what I'm saying, she's there to get you for beating her or whatever the case may be. They'll throw a white woman your way, and I think Erica Kirk was his white woman. I think she was sent his way to throw him off of everything that he was doing with Turning Point.
Does that mean that they've been watching Charlie Kirk as like a leader in the community for way, 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 way longer than?
Well, you gotta figure that these are governments, right? They don't think in the few months, 2 years, whatever that we do. They think in decades. They measure things per 10 years, right?
But that would mean that they had Charlie Kirk lined up. Well, that just means they had him lined up way before he probably even knew he was that person that he was.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes total sense, man. Because I mean, think of it this way: like if you come out of fucking nowhere, right, and then all of a sudden you start making some noise and gaining a lot of
notoriety.
Favor. Notoriety. The eye of Sauron is on you.
Yeah,
they may not do anything just yet, but as soon as you start getting, I guess, too big for your fucking britches, that's when they'll start like to, drip feed.
Israel tried to buy him, right?
Well, they did, but they also, you got to keep in mind is he was starting to capture the hearts and minds of our youth, right? And like the high school generation, whatever. Like, because I didn't even know who the fuck Charlie Kirk was until a month before he got shot. My son was like, hey, he sent me a couple of videos and clips, whatever. He's like, hey, this guy, Charlie Kirk, whatever, I think you might like him. And I did. He was decent. Like, it's somebody that my kid found organically and identified with some of the values, some of the things we talk about, whatever. And I think that the fact that my son is 16, and that 14 to 17 range is not
Doom?
anti-woke, but like not Doom. They're the only between 14 and 17 right now. They're like the one like weird generation that skipped the woke shit and skipped the COVID bullshit. So it's really funny to see. It's still funny to see though the fact that they cling to conservative values. And how much of a problem that would be for the establishment if you have an entire generation here that's about to be voters in literally 2 years are conservatives. That's a threat to the establishment.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like he said, especially his
when
goal.
Charlie started talking about anti-Jew stuff, when he started talking about Israel and we need to stay out of Iran and Israel can fight their own wars, whatever. That was the nail in the coffin. Once he got the youth talking about, hey, why are we fighting these wars? Why did my parents go to these wars? Why did my cousins and nephews and whatever the fuck go to these fucking wars? For what? That's all they've known for the last 20 fucking years.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, NooZ?
I was gonna say, like you said, just don't go on what he said, especially like you said when you're doing this at college campuses. You know what I mean? So your demographic is a certain age group. He's definitely aiming for a certain age group.
Well, not only that, but those college campuses nowadays, they're almost 100% liberal. So he's going in there as a conservative trying to change minds against a liberal culture. He put himself in the fire. Say what?
You're saying he's a plant? You think he's a plant?
No, I don't think he was a plant.
No. His wife
I think he was doing what he wanted to do. I think he felt like that was his thing to do, is to go help, like talk to these kids and try to get some sense into them. Because if that's the problem with Charlie Kirk. If you watch like a short it's going to piss you off because of something he said. But if you watch the whole 20 minutes of him talking to that student, having a conversation, now you're within context of what he said, and it makes a lot of sense. So it's in my opinion.
Oh, that's a good observation, man. That's pretty much what the internet does.
Yeah,
right?
They make you look bad.
Well, I mean, either that or they can prop you up, and all they need to do is just take whatever you fucking say and spin it in whatever light that they want to, and just plant that seed, water it every other day, and just watch the fucking trouble grow.
Well, see, here's where we're getting into the problem, and kind of slightly moving into the next subject about AI coming and data centers and all that. So I don't know, and Pat's gonna roll his eyes when I say this, but there was a guy on Tucker Carlson the other day, and he was talking about how what Israel tech companies have been doing is they've been setting geofences around churches, like mega churches and like decent sized churches, whatever, that collect ad ID data from your phone, right? And what they'll do then is they'll target your ad ID with pro-Israel stuff, and real Christians help the Holy Land and stuff like that, and in order to just sway your opinion.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're using geofencing and ad ID is really funny to me, because now with the flock cameras, what they're doing is they're adding another little technology device to it that scans your smart devices and will also record who you are. So even if you're like me and drive a car that's not yours, they'll know it's you because they've got your fucking phone. They've got your individual ad ID. Even if you change phones, you still swap over your Google account. You still swap over your contacts. You still go home every day to your Wi-Fi. They know who you are. There's no hiding from it anymore. And that was the goal all along. And with these data centers, that's the data that's going to be hosted. It's not going to be hosting your fucking your TikToks and your dick pics. It's going to be hosting your fucking identity and where you're going and what you're buying.
Let me ask you this, Slide. Do you know when so you might not know, this is just a random question, but did you know when people started talking about IP addresses? Like, when did IP start coming into like?
So your IP address has been around since the internet's been a thing. It's just the internet connection to your device. The ad ID is something that's completely different. Your ad ID is basically it's who you are as a number. Like, you know how in real life we have social security numbers? So with your cell phone and your Google accounts and whatever, who you are on the internet as a whole is an ad ID number. And that ad ID number is what gets bought and sold. When they talk about your data getting bought and sold, they're buying and selling your ad ID, which has your habits, your locations, your spending habits, who you're with, everything that they could possibly want to know about you through your cell phone, which is even more now because we have smartphones. And through that ad ID data, we've even mapped it out to where the U.S. is the only place in the world that we don't have privacy laws here about your ad ID. So everything's monitored, right? You can't, except when you go out of the country. Somebody used ad ID monitoring at this website where you can look shit up and like watch the movements of people, whatever, and did it for Epstein's Island. And was able to map out the ad ID locations and like the routes they were taking, where they were going on the island, where they were spending their time, whatever. The only places that they couldn't see was when the flights were coming from outside of the U.S. So they were able to see from where those ad IDs, those cell phones, these individual cell phones, where they came from, their house, through their journey through the country, to their journey to Epstein's Island, where they were on the island, how long they were there, and then their journey inside the island, back to the mainland, back to their home city, back to their house, back to their Wi-Fi. So we already know based on ad IDs how to find these fucking people that went there, and we can find their home addresses based on their ad ID. So when you have a foreign nation that is now setting up geofences around churches for people's ad IDs to target them with pro-Israel propaganda, how is that not a terrorist attack?
Yeah, what?
How is that not a terrorist attack?
It's propaganda. It's not terrorist attack.
What is terrorism?
Terrorism is terrorism
by definition,
scaring people.
Is government through fear, right? And if you keep getting shown all the Holy Land being blown to pieces, and then Hamas is coming for you, and Iran is coming for you, that's fear mongering. That's terrorism.
Oh, they send those messages? Like, I don't give a fuck. Come on out.
Wouldn't that just be a warning?
I screenshotted a couple that I got. Well, it's not necessarily
I'm
a warning because like I screenshotted a couple texts that I got from some random fucking thing that was like texting me about Israel's relationship with Iran and how the U.S. should back Israel because they're protecting us from Iran. Isn't Iran the bigger problem? Isn't Hamas the bigger problem? Like I literally got into an argument with this fucking thing. I think I either posted or I put it in the fucking signal chat, but like I was arguing with these motherfuckers, man.
Who texted you? I'm confused right now because like you just have random people text you about Iran and Israel.
Literally, it was a week or two ago. I even posted the screenshots on my page.
The hell's wrong?
It was fucking ridiculous. They were like, it was a random text that I got. It was a random text that I got that was like, do you have a minute to talk about the U.S.'s relationship with Israel? I'm like,
could just be someone that doesn't like you on
I got a
Facebook.
minute.
That could just be someone
It's
on
not
Facebook.
though, because I don't have my phone. I don't have my phone number linked with it. I can't because my phone number is banned. So I don't even have this number linked to anything.
What if I gave it away?
And I asked,
you need a new number.
I asked where they got my number from, and they said from public record via whatever the fuck bullshit, you know. And I was like, okay, well, you know, you're not gonna like my conversation, so. But I kept harassing them about the shit, like, basically Israel's the terrorist, you know, whatever, you know, Gaza Strip, blah blah blah. But they were so fucking adamant to try to sway my opinion that they even sent me links to like other pro-Israel propaganda stuff, and I could learn the facts about it. And
you do need to learn the facts about it. Yeah, you. Yeah. Oh, the forehead. It's huge.
That's how full of facts it is, all right?
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah, that's why his forehead is shaped like that. Is because he is a bottomless wealth of information.
Fucking knowledge, bro.
What were we talking about?
When Sly turns like 55,
Jews,
he's going to be like
someone's
79 with all his
forehead.
facts.
Someone's forehead.
How much forehead he's got? Yes, he does.
I'd rather talk about his forehead instead of
a whole other face on that forehead.
So the geofencing thing is new information to me.
Yeah, that just came out about a week ago.
Okay, all right. However, I'm surprised that hasn't come out sooner. Because I mean, like, yeah, our ad IDs has been a thing since people have been walking around with these smartphones.
Yeah.
And I guess, so it makes sense that they can do this and get away with it because we have to agree to terms and conditions, right?
Well, we need to come back to the Patriot Act again, too. We always got to come back to the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very patriotic.
No, but I mean, we talk about all this stuff nowadays, and it's like that one occasion. Really going forward.
Well, I mean, you know, like I said, way long ago, when they name these bullshit fucking things, they name them almost like the same way they name trailer parks. You know, it sounds really cool.
Yeah,
but when you get down to the nitty gritty, it's fucking bullshit. Like Citizens
Shady
United.
View Acres.
Yeah, Shady View Acres. Now there's like Holiday Park, Pleasant View, right? There you go. Citizens United. The Patriot Act.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to be a patriot.
So, I mean,
the Patriot Act.
Yeah, it's anything
side
but.
Note, they now just announced earlier today how and when you get your passport, you don't need to go to Walgreens and shit like that anymore. Now they can just facially retina scan you and fucking facially recognize that it's you and be good to go.
For your convenience.
Cool that I don't plan on leaving these
for
mountains,
your convenience, Mike.
Country.
Well, so that's the thing with these flock cameras. So like, and I'm part of this group on Facebook, DFlock USA, and like people post, the flock. And if you go to dflock.com, you can figure out where your cameras are. And people and in looking at these maps, and even looking here, because they've got a lot of them fucking here. They're literally making it so you can't enter or leave certain towns without them knowing. And now that they have these things where they can track your ad ID and make sure that it's
China level.
Like we're getting to the point where your travel is going to be restricted. They have the kill switch, the law that got passed for newer cars. So like if you go out of your zone, they're going to kill your car, and then the cops are going to come get you because you went traveling in places you shouldn't be.
Yeah, this is the social credit system. This is the social credit system that China uses. So
yeah, and that's And that's probably the reason why Donald Trump took all those fucking CEOs and billionaires on a trip to China to get a little bit
funding and
more. Yeah. Let's take a look at your system, and we might trade you some information to fucking boot. Right? Because China doesn't do anything for fucking free,
no.
Unless it's intellectual property theft. But yeah, I think that's the reason why all those people went over there. It wasn't some diplomatic fucking thing. We're watching the corporate takeover of the United States.
It's
And,
Smedley Butler 2.0.
What is it?
It's Smedley Butler 2.0.
Yeah. It's
about all this
NooZ.
Yo,
NooZ. Are you on the side of Skynet or are you with us, the Resistance?
I don't even know what Skynet is. What is that?
You ever seen Terminator? You seen Terminator?
Not
you don't watch what? Say what?
Not in a long time. When I was
the Terminators are the Skynet. That's the machines.
Oh,
that's the
of
AI.
course not. I'm all human. But I feel like you gotta use it. You gotta use them. For what it's worth, you just gotta know. I think people just go too far with this shit because, like you said, all this shit is just for convenience. But at some point, it's like, yo, you don't even need to be convenienced on some of this shit. At this point, you just being a lazy fuck. You know what I mean?
Well,
you know what I mean? It's real shit.
People don't know how to find information anymore. They don't know how to go out and do their own research because they can just ask their fucking phone.
No, they do. They don't give a fuck, fam. That's
because
really what it is.
The phone hallucinates. The phone will hallucinate a lot. It'll tell you something that's not true and not on purpose. It just doesn't know all the things. It'll get shit wrong all the time. You have to still cross-reference what your damn AI tells you.
Yeah, but I think, like you said, but everybody knows how to use Google. Everybody knows how to use Google. So people know how to get information. They know where to start. If they want to do the due diligence of making sure, like you said, getting 2 or 3 different opinions on something, like you do with your car or anything else, that's on them. Like, again, you a lazy fuck.
I would agree. But, you could spend like 4 or 5 hours in a Reddit rabbit hole learning about a certain type of vehicle, right? The pros and cons, the specs and all that good shit. Or you could just ask AI and get a baseline understanding of what you're getting into, and then use that information as your launching pad to dive into Reddit and maybe not spend so much fucking time.
Yeah, but the people they ain't gonna even go on Reddit. They're stopping at that answer they got from Gemini or what they got from that's enough.
That's retarded.
Yeah, but that's how people
I saw
work.
This thing and
people are
I couldn't
by and large fucking retarded.
Yeah,
aren't they?
They are. When
we just talked about someone getting shot over a parking spot.
Because remember, we talked about TikTok brains and all that.
Well, they're getting stupider, and then I just saw this thing, and I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if this was fucking satire or not, and I swear to fuck, I hope it is. So there's this guy on Reddit, and he was talking about how he couldn't use his AI anymore for whatever stupid fucking reason, and he was like, "Well, his phone died. That's what his phone fucking died," and he was trying to do something, and he was waiting for it to charge, whatever. I had a question, and he's like, "Well, I couldn't use my AI, so I just thought to myself," and he didn't even use the word thought. I can imagine what AI would say when I asked it. So in my head, I asked my own AI, and I imagined what it would say to me. And so he's like, I'm wondering, can everybody do this? You just discovered thinking, you fucking asshole. You discovered thinking. You discovered thinking. What the fuck? What the fuck? I honestly, I could not believe it. I could not believe my fucking eyes reading this shit, man. Like, I hope to fuck it was satire. I hope to fuck it's satire. But I don't think it is. People are that retarded. People are that retarded.
Like P said, these dudes can't even read. Have you seen the videos of the boy walking around asking people to read and asking them what time it is on the clock?
But that plays into the AI. That's going to help the AI because
you don't know how to spell. Well, you don't even know how to spell because the phone's spelling it right for you.
But yeah, I was going to say they don't need to. Everybody, so they're so dependent on AI, they don't need to learn basic function.
I checked somebody. Well, I corrected somebody today. Hey, they said you're welcome with the Y-O-U-R. I'm like, yo, it's Y-O-U''RE. Oh, that was the auto text. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You. AI smarter than that.
Exactly.
AI knows how to spell you're welcome. But again, it's going to happen. But I saw a video too. I don't know who the man was. One of those guys, white dudes in a suit, but he was saying all over the world, the more that they felt like the more they were saying like everybody's supposed to be better than your parents' generation, right? Everybody's supposed to be better. But when it comes to this, in this generation, they're saying everybody's basically going worse, but they notice it's because of the technology that they put in the schools.
Yeah.
And so it's just what we're talking about, and they know it, but they don't stop it. That's what's wild. It's like they know the information, but they don't stop it.
Well, and the kids know it too. They know, like, okay, I got this. What do I need to learn how to do basic arithmetic, spelling, grammar, reading, and comprehension if this thing's going to save my ass every time? But eventually, down the road, they're going to cut this shit off, and everybody's going to be fucking brain dead slaves.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and let me. All right, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. So we all know, or a lot of us fucking know that the only reason that the schools are the way they are and the curriculum is what it is to make workers. The entirety of the public school system is just to make you docile and do what you're fucking told. Okay. Yep. So are these kids really worse off by not doing that and not falling for the program?
They are. Because if they're not learning math, reading, and comprehension, learning how to spell, they don't know how to function in society. These things
how much fucking math? How much algebra do you do every day, Pat?
I use math every single fucking day, and you do too.
You use
so
addition and subtraction, right?
No,
I'm not using fucking algebra.
You might. You don't even know that. You might be using it on the back of your head. Or something. I mean, maybe not you. I'm the rest of us probably know how to do this stuff, but you know.
Yeah, I'm retarded.
When's the last time any of us hand wrote something down? Like physically wrote out an essay. Let's just say, like, you know.
Oh, essay.
I do that shit every day.
Not since college.
Yeah, I do paperwork. I do that all the time.
All right.
Well,
yeah,
fantastic news.
Still.
That's awesome, guys. Let me get to my point here. Thank you. There's no spell check with pen and paper.
I know how to spell.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You want to have I know we can have a spelling bee.
I'll win that bitch. On
We-
another show.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are you calling Pat Ike? Are you calling Pat Ike right now? Is that what you're doing?
What's he doing?
I know what you're fucking doing, Mike. We just talked about this earlier.
Yeah, sarcasm and movie quotes, man. But no, that does bring me up to a good point, and I'm going to suggest it right now. I would love to have like a welcome to the Foxxhole spelling bee.
Oh, you have
to participate.
I can participate.
Not you. Sly.
We'll get no. I'll participate. NooZ can host. I'll participate. We'll see who the best speller is out of the three of us.
Dog, when I saw that video, these people saying the word silhouette turned into stiletto. 8 different people turned the word silhouette into stiletto. And I'm like, there's not the T's not even in the set. Like, how are y'all getting stiletto? All of you. How are all of you getting stiletto?
It's because did they get to listen to the answers? Like, did the group get to listen to it?
No.
So they all individually came in with no.
Dog, he walks up to people and says, "Hey, read this.
Oh,
read this."
That's bad.
Yeah, I've seen those videos, man.
Yeah,
I can't watch them all the way through.
And the fact that so many people are making the same mistake.
Fucking ring, and I get a headache every time I hear people like.
So I'll give them a half credit. Some of them are drunk as shit, but half of them are not. Half of them, they just got out to the bars and they just got to the strip. So like, there's no reason you can't fucking read.
There's one nigga that got on there saying, "Man, you know I don't be reading like that." Like, what?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Like, man, you said that on camera.
They don't care. It's not. That doesn't make them like. I don't know. There's no shame.
It's not important. People will still.
There is shame. That's willful fucking ignorance, man.
Yeah, but those people don't have shame about it.
No,
the people that
shame has been removed in America.
There's no
shame
reason.
You're right.
Shame has been removed because of social media. Shame, we now put our most embarrassing shit out there just for the fuck of it because, hey, we're human. But, I mean, yeah, shame does not exist anymore because even if you do something you should be... Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. But, like, you can even be a fucking pedophile these days and, oh, you're just a minor attracted person. There's no shame in it. What the fuck are we doing?
Rope.
Wood chipper, yeah. But my point is that I agree. There's no shame anymore. And there's no shame in being retarded anymore. There's no shame in being stupid because oh, what do you can read? You read books. What's your problem? What you know? You're too lame to go out. Like that's the kind
What
of
happens?
mentality
What,
there.
you know,
And
what happens is they start having an attitude with you for saving someone. You're
Exactly.
the bully.
right,
You're the bully now for saving somebody that can't read. It's like, wait, no. You're giving the wrong energy to the wrong person.
It's idiocracy.
Well,
It
the fact we're
says here
talking about
that
people can't
you're so
read.
fucked up and you talk like a fag,
Yep.
right?
yeah.
It's all
pretty
yep.
much it. Yeah, and you go to explain yourself, and it's like, there's that fag talk again. Like,
God damn it.
I mean, it's that movie becomes less funny by the day.
There's a movie called
My
Fag
missus
Talk.
refuses to watch it.
It's
Idiocracy.
It's called Idiocracy.
I'm saying, whoa.
Idiocracy. No, NooZ, if you ain't seen it, brother, you have got to go watch that fucking movie. It wasn't supposed to be prophetic, or maybe it was, I don't know. But yeah.
It was funny as fuck when it was released because nobody figured it could get like this, and you'll slowly see through the movie all the lines.
Funny fact about it is because they were making so much fun of like all the major big name companies and whatever. The studio was like, yo, we have no fucking support for this. So what they did to fulfill their contract, when it came out, it released in 2 theaters, one in New York, one in LA. It didn't do shit until after the fact that then it went straight to DVD or I'm sorry, VHS. And then 10 years later, Comedy Central picked it up and started playing it on their secret stash at like 3 a.m, like uncensored. And it became a cult classic 10 fucking years later. I just watched an interview with Terry Crews talking about it 10 fucking years later. And he's got people like Tilda Swinton coming up to him. It's my favorite movie. Everybody should watch it. Like 10 years later, 10 years of doing this fucking kick-ass movie and nobody appreciating it. And it took a decade for people to understand. Like, we've been
studio
warned
didn't even
about
want to put it. The reason it only went to 2 theaters because the studio was embarrassed about it, and they had to kind of fight to get it even a premiere to begin with.
And look what happened.
Yeah, they didn't even want to put the movie out.
Camacho 2028.
Yeah, there you go. What was his full name?
Not sure.
Herbert
Camacho.
Camacho.
Something.
Yeah.
And some Mexican in there too. He has a Mexican name in there too.
That was Camacho.
No, but it was like Hernandez Camacho or some shit. He was a hyphenate.
Yeah, it was a
mojo ass shit.
Full name.
That came after Mexico took over America, by the way.
Damn.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We saved you.
Thank you.
Yeah, gracias.
What was the next subject, Pat? What was the next topic we had? If we had one, I don't remember if we did.
We didn't have any more. That we filled out our topics.
All right. Well, my next topic is that Pat's wrong.
I'm okay with that.
Just in general.
Motion passed.
I didn't hear him. What did he say?
You said I'm wrong.
Pat's wrong.
And I passed the motion.
Wrong?
Yeah, we're not arguing.
Okay. No, we're not doing that live, ladies. Just
No, we can't.
All right, NooZ.
Calm down.
NooZ, what do you
You're
think?
both beautiful.
NooZ, what do you think is like the biggest threat to freedom right now?
We already are free. What are you talking about?
I mean, like, with
Suppose
everything that's
we
going
have
on
it.
with the flock stuff and like Israel taking over our government and
No, ain't nothing we can do, man. It's over. It's too late. It's too late, dog. They, like you said, they thinking decades ahead of us, dog. It's a wrap. It's already been made.
Yep.
Yeah,
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, unless we do some wild shit on some Capitol hit, what was it, January 6th, on that shit type times 5. We do some shit like that. That's the only way I see it, cuz.
January 6th was watered down compared to what.
Yeah, that could have been so much better. That could have been so much better.
I agree, but that's why. But again, that's where they say where they don't want us all coming together, because if it's all planned, like you said, we all run up in January 6th. It's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But when black people are like that ain't our fight, Mexicans like that ain't our fight. Everybody's, fuck with the same modem. It don't even matter.
Yeah, that's why I'm always.
What do you think it's going to take?
Go ahead.
What do you think it's going to take to unite everybody? I mean, do you think it's going to take something? And this is something that's been going around on Jew Twitter lately. That America needs another 9/11 to show them A, who their allies are, and B, show Americans, give them the what for.
Evan, how many hours have we talked about coming together and how it have fucking happened? We can't get there.
I mean, umpteen hours. And again, I think it's all because, I mean, just speaking from my side, majority is coming black and white. I mean, you can involve all them other races that's here, but really it's black and white. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
And like I said, from a black point of view, we feel like nobody listens and nobody cares. Like they don't even care or they're not listening. Or, you know what I mean? So I think it just takes a lot of people to either listen to each other and really, like I said, that's the only thing, conversation and listening to each other, one another, whether you agree or disagree without, like you said, pulling a gun out on somebody or fighting somebody. But I think we at that time, like you were saying, it used to be a time where, like I think it was you that said it. You would drive past, you would say, "Hey, there's an asshole." You know what I mean? That's not who you want to be about, and you keep it pushing. But now everybody feels the need to want to speak their mind on some. You know how they used to call them Twitter fingers? Like everybody was. It's almost like everybody's Twitter fingering in real life, and then when something happens, it's like, why you didn't walk away? We could have walked away. It's like then it gets to that, like, why is this even happening? Why are you walking
why
away?
the situation have to come to that in the first place?
That's why you shouldn't even be here, bro. You could have drove past. Damn, look at that asshole. Why is he sitting in the parking lot and pushed it on?
Yeah.
But no, there's those people that just gotta ride behind you and honk. I was like, all right, my nigga, I fucked up. Jesus Christ, I made a mistake. God damn.
Yeah. Whoops, my bad. You caught me being a fucking human.
Yeah, people just selfish, Sly. That's really what it is. People are too selfish. People care about themselves and their family only now. That's really what it is. It's about them and their family. Everybody else can kiss ass.
Well, I think that COVID was literally what started that. We had a little bit of unification, and a lot of people forget that in the late summer of 2019, we had freedom protests in every major city and every major capital around the fucking world, China included, the UK included. They were banging on the gates of the fucking palace, and what happened a few months later? China released COVID. And they realized that once the people revolt, like they're fucked. And COVID instilled that distrust towards your neighbor that they wanted. And so many people saw like stopped talking to family members over different political views, over just the masks or the vaccines, what have you. They literally worked. Like they divided us so fucking hard from COVID. And now it's to the point where like I see things on like a bigger scale. Like I swear I'm probably autistic. So I see like different things that happen that aren't related, but I see how they're related, right? So COVID made everybody used to the fact that you don't have people coming over, you don't have family coming over, friends, whatever. It's just you. So what do you need the extra room for? You don't. You don't need a dining room. You don't have people over. You don't have family. So
but just because you sick though, Sly, don't mean you lose your morals. Just because you shouldn't have morals. Like I said, I'm not a Christian or none of that, but what makes sense, what's right is right, what's wrong. Or love thy neighbor and all that is done, bro. Nobody cares about their neighbor. They care about themselves and themselves only.
Yeah.
But that's
basic human dignity, right?
Nobody cares about
normalized it.
Yes,
but I mean, during the whole COVID thing, though, I mean, the reason why that rebel spirit carried on is because there was a lot of people that was like, nope, I see this right off the rip, dude. I'm still gonna go hang out with my fucking friends. And then that's when you had, people calling the cops on churches because people were congregating, doing what they fucking do, right?
Yeah.
Being mine, like we didn't really like do the whole isolation thing. I mean, we did because we're like, fuck yeah, that just gave us a reason to. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean,
I was still going over to my buddy's house, and we were still fucking having bonfires in my front yard, getting hammered, drunk, throwing knobs. Like,
who still went to work during the height of COVID? Who still had a job and went to work?
Not me.
Essential.
I didn't.
You didn't.
I didn't.
But if you were, you would have went to work.
Oh.
Well, I even had a little card that I had to keep with me that if I ever got pulled over, that like, hey, I'm essential. I'm allowed to be out and doing whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
Cards?
Like because I work for I can't name the company, but I work in logistics for one of the top two companies in the country. Whatever.
Top 50.
Top 50.
I know.
Billions of dollars.
Fortune 10. Fuck you. Company, man. Yeah, I know.
Sly
but
looking down
yeah,
at those fucking pores.
we had these little permission slip cards that were like, yeah, this is an essential worker. We have federal permission to be out and violate, cross state lines and do whatever the fuck. I literally had a permission slip to do whatever the fuck I wanted. It was awesome during COVID. I
That's some
loved it.
Chicago shit. We didn't need that here to go to work.
Bro, let me tell you this. I was working for the company. Y'all got an Aaron's in Chicago?
Renaissance, yeah.
Yeah.
I was working at Aaron's, nigga. I got fired during the COVID because when we pulled up to the office, I was eating lunch in the truck and I didn't have my mask on.
Eating lunch, damn it.
I said, how am I gonna eat with a mask on, nigga?
you gotta put it up between bites.
Well, people were so
That's
scared.
what they told us here.
People were
It
so
was
scared.
me and one other guy in the truck. We pull up, and like I said, I was eating lunch because he was driving. Got fired, so I walked in there because I had my mask on. I said, I'm eating. What are you talking about? But yeah, I definitely worked during the COVID time. I was going in people's houses during the COVID time. They changed the rules there.
I was delivering shit.
Yeah.
You
we had to come get couches and everything. They would, or a TV or something. They was like, hey, you got to have it by the front door out on the patio. Like, we can't come in. And you know what I mean? But they started tipping us. They did start tipping us. I shut up.
Oh, God. No, like, the one thing that I do like that came out of COVID was the programming that is yet to be broken with a lot of people, and that's like the 6 foot distancing thing.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I can't stand it when I hate being out in public in fucking general. It's gross. It smells weird. But when I'm standing there in line with a fucking buggy and someone jumps in my back,
that's the most country thing you've ever said to me.
I can hear them breathing. And I'm like, oh man, I'm about to grab the closest thing to me and feed it to you. It's going to be Pokemon cards or a whole box of fucking Snickers, dick bags. Step off. But yeah, like, we still have like the little stickers on the floor, right? At the Dollar General, you still got them at Walmart. Some places still have like, these little podunk fucking carryouts. They still have the fucking electric tape with X's on the floor that's like peeling up. But I don't know. It's been 6.5 years now, and I don't know if they're just like replacing the tape, but goddamn, it's holding up. But yeah, people stay the fuck out of my pocket when I'm standing in line, and that's awesome. That's fucking great. Yeah, I know how I no longer have to like pretend fart or like fake cough like I'm sick.
I didn't worry about pretend
Get
fart.
people to like disperse out of my fucking space.
I mean, why would you pretend fart? Just fart.
Well, I can't do it on command, homie.
Yes, you can.
Assert dominance, Mike.
Hold on. Let me try.
You got to suck air into your butt and then push it back out.
Pat's an expert at butt physics.
I got a $20 bill with your fucking name on it. If you feel like doing some strange for some change, but
if I do, I'll get it on video.
Just Red Rover. Bring that grippy butthole on over.
You got me fucked up.
Yeah, I think the best thing that came out of COVID is the fact that like we don't have to pretend anymore. We know that we're the superior of the country, the free thinkers. We know that we're not fooled by it, and we were not sheep.
Yeah, well, I mean, for the most part.
I'm not a sheep. I don't have to sure.
Well, I mean, but I mean, you can't deny the fact that he's not wrong, Pat. Like, America, for what it was, man. Like, I mean, we did pretty good to start snapping out of that shit as soon as fucking possible. And I mean, and during, a lot of people went to fucking jail for not like wearing a mask and getting a little raucous about it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's the American spirit. And lo and behold, what happened because of the American spirit? You didn't have all these fucking European countries. I'm going to circle into that topic that you mentioned earlier about how Europe doesn't hate America no more. But yeah, we the internet sleuths figured out what was fucking going on, and then we started slowly drip feeding this shit into the European countries. And the few free thinkers that they have over there were like, holy fuck. Yeah, I think I'm going to look into this a little bit more. And, they caused a lot of fucking problems for themselves, but all the same, like, it was a good thing. It was a good thing that
Well, it's
America
funny
was
'cause-
like, nah, get fucked.
Well, it's funny because Shane Gillis has this bit there. He's like, you ever go to other countries and you're just like, yeah, we're the fucking best, and he's like, and then people like, and I argue with foreigners all day, so like, half of the time they're like, oh, mass shootings, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And I don't plan on we as a nation don't plan on doing anything about it. This is America. We have guns. Fuck you. You're gay. Whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just it's really funny because like I was playing Hell Let Loose last night with this British guy, and he was talking about he's coming to America for a trip, but like within the next like week or so. And I'm realizing that he is neglecting to say where he's going. And I was like, so where are you going, bud? Where you coming to America? You might be coming where I'm at. Where are you going? And he's really quiet. He's just like, California. And I was like, gay, gay, gay.
Yeah.
And he starts laughing.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't understand. He's like, I know. He's like, it's not really America. He's like, but he's like, I've also been to Montana and Texas. And I was like, okay, so you've seen like actual America and then,
Yeah.
California. And I asked him, I was like, well, what's your favorite part of coming here? What's your favorite part of visiting? And he was like, he's like the food. And he didn't say the cheeseburgers or whatever. He's like the Mexican food because of how much flavor it has. And I started dying, dude. I was like, what's your favorite Mexican food? He's like, enchiladas. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, have you ever had tamales? And he's like, no. He's never had tamales. I was like, bro, when you go to California, you find yourself a taco truck and you get yourself some green tamales, bro. Like you might die because you're British, but it's good.
Maybe. It'll be good for him. It'll be good for him. I mean,
character.
Yeah.
But some of that
over in my neck of the woods, man, people say like an apple a day keeps the doctor away and all that. But the same can go for the fucking spices that come from fucking Mexican food, man. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you load yourself up with fucking hot chilies, you're making your body an unpermissive environment for any kind of fucking parasite that's in your guts anyhow.
Yep.
Like, it'll hurt the next day.
I just realized and put two and two together. Maybe that's why they can drink the water in Mexico.
That's Montezuma's revenge.
Well, no,
Yeah.
okay, no, hear me out. I would say the reason why they can drink the water in Mexico is because their bodies are acclimated to that type of bacteria.
Yeah, I know. I was more just making a joke than anything.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I mean, you didn't sound like you were making a fucking joke, dude. You're over here like fucking being all fancy with your fucking job and a cigarette, flipping it around, speaking all matter of fact and astute and shit. I couldn't tell.
Let me just get all fucking, what do I call myself? Coming out a carpetbagger on you, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Now, what you need to do, so somebody like my dim brain self can understand your sarcasms when you're doing this, is put on a set of glasses to make yourself look smarter, and then just pose, and then say your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that shit, Zach.
And then when you're done, like, you go back being sly, like, oh god damn it, I just about spilt water all over my cigarettes. Hey, there you go. Oh, we had this. We're like the three amigos if they were the Blues Brothers.
And one of them is Mexican.
Barely.
I'm down with that. Hey, don't you water down his cultural fucking heritage. I don't care how many cheeseburgers he sucks down.
I hail from a colorful people, motherfucker.
Look at the color of that skin and that predominant eyebrow. That motherfucker is Aztec as shit. All right, look at that. You can't. He's gonna hit you with one of those obsidian clubs.
God, those things are awesome.
Yeah, I want to make one.
They said that you could decapitate a horse with them, but then they said that that's bullshit.
Right.
Dude, a horse neck is like this fucking big.
Yeah, but obsidian is sharp as fuck.
Yeah, but it's
literally
glass.
It slices between the atoms. Yeah, but it slices between the atoms. It's fine.
No,
decapitating horses.
Stop. Stop.
You didn't know that? All right. So let me. All right. So for those who don't know, the reason why we know that obsidian is sharp as fuck is there was a surgeon who was like, "Yo, this shit is sharp as fuck." So what he did was he performed his own surgery using obsidian tools and
He
was
could have
able
done
to
it with
do
a
it more
scalpel.
proficiently. He did it more proficiently with the obsidian because it doesn't slice like tear the atoms like steel does. It
How
literally
does he
is
fucking
so
know he
thin.
cut atoms in half?
They use
Bro.
micrometers to tell.
AI overview. Here we go. We just talked
All right.
about this shit, so I'm gonna have to check Reddit next.
Do it.
Yes, it says an obsidian blade is sharp enough to cut an individual cell in half, not an atom. Because obsidian
Whatever.
is a type of
Oh.
volcanic glass, it fractures at the molecular level, creating an edge. Shut the fuck up!
Okay.
Creating an edge that can be just a few nanometers thick. Would you like to know more?
Nanometers.
Not really.
Would you like to know more?
I would.
Okay.
Slicing versus tearing. Unlike traditional steel scalpels, which are effectively jagged saws on a microscopic level and can tear or crush tissue, an obsidian blade is so thin that it slips directly between cells.
You're welcome. My thought was, if you're such a good surgeon that you're so used to like the feeling of the scalpel that like because this thing is so fucking sharp, you're just like oops, and then there goes your fucking spleen.
Here we go. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dirty Dan. I love you so big right now. Like, my man. Hell
He's trying
yeah.
to reset.
God.
All right. Okay, so here's what I want to do next, man. I got plenty of time, hopefully, and if my wife is within earshot of this, she's gonna laugh her fucking ass off. However, what I'm gonna do is get some flint and I'm gonna nap it out, and I'm going to recreate one of these obsidian axes with flint because obsidian's fucking expensive and we don't really have that around here. But the next deer that we get might be yours, Slaw. We're going to set this motherfucker up and we're going to see if we can chop the fucking deer's head off with a flint fucking cricket bat.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
sweet.
good with that.
All right. I got to write that down so I don't forget it.
That's a great way to end the show.
I got a pea so bad I can taste it. I'll be right back.
Yep, same. Take us out, Pat. Mike, we're leaving. We're doing the closeout.
Dude,
Michael?
my zipper was like halfway down.
All right.
He's about to pee in a cup. Send us out, Pat.
I know. So, everybody, thank you for watching. Welcome to the Foxxhole Night. We had a great time with our guest NooZ. He had some problems with his audio and connection overall, but we'll see him again soon. For Uncle Mike, Sly Fox, and Purple Pat, we are out, and we will see you next week at the exact same time. Bye.